YouTube. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel guys. In today's video we'll talk about why it's always better to create from the unified field, which is using the 5D model of reality compared to this 3D model of reality. So I have read a lot of books now on manifestation and law of attraction, and all of them talk in different ways about this unified field, which is the source of our existence. The religious books refer to it as God, but there is something bigger than us. There is something which we cannot explain but exists, and we are all an extension of it. So I was reading this brilliant book today morning called the Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Berend. Very good book, less known but amazing book on the power of mental pictures and thought processes. And the book talks, and the author Genevieve Berend, how she explains the unified field is this telephone head office, and we are all parts of this head office. We are the individual telephones, so we are the source of existence, but we are all connected to this central telephone exchange. So consider yourself like an extension of God. The living source in you is an extension of the unified field. And so something happens when a sperm and an egg combine together to create a zygote. Consciousness is brought in, and this consciousness is a part of a unified field. That is the best explanation we have thus far. So we are all part of the unified field, and we are all connected to it. And that's why in the Bible, Jesus, when Jesus lived on this planet, he was doing a lot of miracles because he understood his connection to this higher power, and he was directly tapping into this source energy. Well, in today's video, we'll talk about a scientific model which we can use to tap into this source energy and then to create, whatever life you want to create for you. So in 3D model of reality, what happens if you want something, you have to go and get it, right? For example, if you want to make $1 million, you have to go start a business, talk to people, start a company, start creating a product, start finding the product market fit, start marketing, and do all those steps, right? So there are a lot of steps between what you want and where you are, right? So you have to go and bridge those steps. In 5D model of reality, which Dr. Joe Dispenza explains, right? You do not have to go anywhere. And I'll give you a proof, guys, of a great proof of how this exists. In 5D model of reality, you do not have to go anywhere. You have to just sit at your place, right? And it will take some work, and you have to tap into your higher power. And how to tap into it, I'll just explain in a bit. But you do not have to go anywhere, and this can be anything. This can be, uh, you know, this can be getting the knowledge, right, of the things what you don't have. You don't have to read the books. You can get it. You do not have to get and look for a partner. If you want a love relationships, you just raise yourself to a vibration, find, and the vibration match will happen, and the partner will automatically come in your life, some through some coincidence or synchronicity. So this is the idea, and there's a proof of this, the which I first time read in the book of Jose Silva, right? Dr. Jose Silva wrote a brilliant book on the Silva mind control method. It's a brilliant book, and in that book, what he's saying is that although he has a very different process and a very different explanation for this, but what he was saying is that one day Dr. Jose Silva was sitting with his daughter, and his daughter, he was doing a certain process on his daughter, and his daughter was there was a book next to it, next to her, what she wanted to read. She hadn't read it, but she just slept with the book next to her. And Dr. Jose Silva did something, he made her change her brainwave frequencies, and as a result of that, the entire knowledge of the book came into her mind, and in the very next day she could perform in exams, etc., because of the knowledge of that book, but she never read that book. So it also extends to acquiring knowledge from this infinite field, which has basically everything, right? There is a great mysticism around Mount Kalash, which according to Sadhguru, he says that Mount Kalash is a place which is a portal to the field, right? And people of all types, like these yogis who are very high advanced in meditation, go to Mount Kailash and they deposit their work as kind of an spiritual energetic signature, right? So it's like an energetic form, but everything is existing in this field, and we can tap if we can tap into the field, we can basically have anything we want in our life, right? So Dr. Joe Dispenza has done a beautiful and marvelous work in this, in giving us the explanation of how this works. So consider yourself as you know, as a consciousness agent who has thought and who has feelings, right? So when we think about something, we are extending that thought wave or that thought, which does not have any form, into the outer universe. The thought is traveling. It's just like a telephone signal. It's going at all places at all times, right? So you, when you have a telephone signal or your mobile signal, right, your cellular signal, it's not coming directly to your home. It's going everywhere at all times. That's why you can sit in the corner of your house and still get the signal. You can go sit in the park and you'll get the signal, cause the signal is present everywhere at the all time. And similar is the nature of the unified field. It is, the knowledge is existing everywhere at all times, so you have to learn to tap into it. And when you think about something, the thought goes in the outer world in the similar fashion. It is presented everywhere at all times, right? So it is going outside. It is it is something what you're thinking about. It's traveling outside, and when you're feeling something which is related to that thought. For example, if that thought is of a future vision, what you want to have in your life, and now you want to feel how will your life be, around that vision. When you're feeling, when you're generating the feeling of it, you are creating an inward pull of the things around you, which will help you, bring that vision to reality. So thought sends the signal out, and feeling draws the circumstances, events, and situations in about what you want in your life, right? So this is an electromagnetic, phenomenon happening over here when you're thinking and a feeling to get something what you want, right? And you have to believe it. And when you do it repeatedly, with focus, with discipline, and with repetition, you are creating changes in the invisible field around you. And as a result of that, that will tap into the source, which is this unified field, and bring you the circumstances, events, and situations in your life which are required to fulfill that vision what you have, or fulfill the desire what you have. And there's a uh, extrasensory perception, ESP, is just one extension of it. But whenever you want something, don't think about justifying it. How will it happen in this Newtonian world, as Dr. Joe Dispenza explains, where you have to move from point A to point B, following the Newtonian laws of physics? No, no. You can basically think about it and generate the feeling of it. Do a meditation, of tuning into new potentials, or some other meditation, where you get into a state where you have a coherent brain, coherent brain sending the signal out, and coherent heart drawing the circumstances, situations, and events into your life. So, coherent brain sending the signal out and coherent heart. This state can be achieved post meditation. And this is where the problem happens. Most people are not able to have the patience and the faith enough to do these meditations and see the changes in their life. And my personal opinion is that when you do this enough, right, slowly and gradually, you start becoming the person who's becoming, worthy in every possible way, with minimal changes in life to attract that future. So it's a very scientific, at the same time, a very mystical process. But it has definitely worked for a lot of people, and this it has worked for me at certain situations in my life. And a lot of very successful people have a very amazing personal experience, have very amazing personal experiences, which basically goes on to say the same thing. So tap into this as much as you can. And one another great thing which I would tell you from my personal experience, and also from the book Invisible Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Barrand. She says that this electromagnetic signature, your synchronous mind, your coherent brain sending the signal out, and your coherent heart drawing the signal in, is then further strengthened by your faith and confidence, right? Faith and confidence. So whenever you're keeping your desire to yourself, your faith is very strong. But as soon as you talk about your desire to others, to people around you, if and mostly they mostly people according to Genevieve Barand in the book Invisible Power, mostly they kind of dilute your faith, right, by talking you down or giving you some non-verbal communication which which basically shakes your confidence and your belief in yourself to manifest it. And that's where it weakens and it does not happen. So don't tell your desires to others. Know this 5D model of creation of reality and practice it with meditations, specific meditations. And I'm going to be producing some meditations on this channel, which will help you guys, achieve that state faster. So I hope you like this video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel, right? And if you liked it, do give it a thumbs up. And I will see you again in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye. And I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.